What's up, everybody? Eric here. Driveline World's Okay steering wheel holder. It's going to be one of those old school, dimly lit, early in the morning rants coming at you because I need to vent. I'm tired. I'm being detained against my will and in protest for really just the dumbest reason. Like it just, I just can't. So I'm trying to keep my cool. But this is definitely the point. Couple weeks out. No, I'm going to be working home soon, and it seems to me now, years ago, I could run 5 or 6 weeks and, not really be impacted by this kind of shit until like the 5th or 6th week. But it's getting to where it's like really getting under my skin much quicker than 5 or 6 weeks. Just, and some of you are going to say, well, welcome to Trucking, grow a pair. That's Reefer Freight. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying it's not the game. It is the game. It is the business. But it doesn't make it right. And I said the other day, I'm going to be making some videos for some of you because I know so many of you are coming into the industry and coming to Prime and into refrigerated freight. And I just need to warn you. I feel it my duty to warn you that if you don't have mental capacity for a lot of abuse hoisted upon you, and there being really no consequences whatsoever for the abuser, this is going to be, it's going to be difficult for you. It's going to be difficult because you're going to be, everyone else's mistakes are really going to come down to you paying the price for them. That's what really is going to, you're going to find yourself in a scenario quite often where other companies or other people at those companies make mistakes or don't do things efficiently or properly, and they just hand the price tag down to you. And don't even think about how insulting or how damaging it can be to you, how financially damaging it can be to you. It just doesn't cross there. Like, it's just not even, it's complete disregard for you. So you better be prepared. Get it right. Now, there's good money in this business. But you are gonna, what does Lyle say? It's the easiest job he's ever had. I don't remember what No Hippie Trucking Transportation's phrase is on it, but it is, well, especially Reefer Freight, very easy work in terms of it being physically demanding and stuff like that. You're gonna take a physical beating, but the mental strain sometimes can just be like, it just comes at you like a freight train, So I've had really 2 instances over the last 2 nights of just really kind of just really gotten just gotten under my skin. Last 3 nights, actually. A couple nights ago, I went up to New York. I didn't want to, but the individual at Prime who sent me a message and said there's a pre-plan, do you want this pre-plan, said to me, it's a preloaded trailer ready to go. You can run up there early and grab that preloaded trailer and get to the 90 a day early, which would have been yesterday morning, which was Monday morning, which would give me time to run more freight on this pay period. It was a shit paying load. I mean, shit. And it's the only reason is that it was on a preloaded trailer ready to go, and I could pick it up a day early and I could deliver it a day early. So I busted my ass through fog and wind and snow and rain, got the other one delivered, then got up there. I think I got there at, I want to say 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and was promptly informed that that load hadn't even been started. It wasn't even a part of the equation. It wasn't even anywhere remotely close to being started. And the only way for me to get it there, get it to its 90 a day early, would be for me to run it 150 miles after picking it up, then shutting down. Then I could run to 600. But it wasn't ready until about 10 o'clock Sunday night. And its pickup time its drop dead time was 23:59 on Sunday night. So guess what? Not only did I take that shitload based on false information, as far as the customer is concerned, they still loaded it early. So it's not on the customer. The customer was Chobani. It's not on them. They had it done a couple hours before they absolutely had to. But who pays the consequence for that bad information? Me. Nobody else does. Not the customer, not Prime, me. So I get to this customer this morning. Now I've got a pre-plan sitting on me. A really good pre-plan. Really good. And I planned this thing out perfectly, right? I planned it out perfectly. I get here at 3:45 this morning. Got my washout lined up and everything lined up to be able to go get this killer load tonight. Get good rest. Try to avoid this. I'm in the Chicago area, so try to avoid the Chicago traffic. Get out and get parked before the rush hour traffic this morning. It's a drop and hook here. So I get here. I'm not far from Manuka. I get here with a loaded trailer. I come inside. We ain't got no empties. Okay, not a big deal. You don't have any empties ready? Not a big deal. I can go over to the yard and get an empty over there. I don't need it. I got another load. I can go get an empty trailer over there. Nope, it's Prime. In our contract, we cannot allow you to leave Bobtail. Allow me to leave Bobtail. Now, if you had an empty trailer ready, okay, that policy would make sense to me. But you don't have an empty trailer ready for me, that's on you. Why is that being put on me? So they're refusing to let me leave. They will not let me leave. Like, they are just, it is, it's not really by force, because if I wanted to leave, I could leave. But I'm sure that would be a violation of the contract with Prime. And I'm not going to put Prime in any kind of a position like that, because I respect my end of the agreement. Unlike some of the other entities that are always involved in these loads. But so they had me drop my loaded trailer at the door, and they had me sitting in front of another trailer that hasn't even been started. It's the light's green. It hasn't even been started. I asked the guy, and he goes, well, you might get lucky. It might be an hour. It's like, okay, is it an hour? Is it 3 hours? Because I've been driving all night. Like, I don't have any clock left. I got another load. Like, I have to do a 10-hour break, because then when I go get that load, I have to drive that load 500 miles. Like, if you end up costing me this load, that's fucked up. And, well, that's our policy. That's our policy. But we'll try to work on it right away. We'll try to, yeah. They still haven't started it. I've been here for half an hour. They still haven't. That light has not turned red. Now, they got clean trailers. I said, well, can I then give me a clean trailer? Like, if I have to leave with a trailer, you've got 15 empty trailers sitting over there. Let me take a clean empty trailer. No, we can't let you do that. Okay. So because my appointment, it's still not even my appointment time because it's a drop and hook. I was told I can deliver it early. I delivered it early based on the information I was given. And guess what? They now have hours and hours to unload this trailer, and I won't get any detention because my appointment's it's not even my appointment time yet. So I'm being detained without possibility of detention because I chose to get here early. So I'm the one that pays. I'm the one that pays the price here. The customer doesn't pay the price. There's no consequences for the customer. None. They don't have to pay out detention. They get to keep all their clean, empty trailers, and they just make me pay the price. They don't have to pay me anything extra to sit here, and I could potentially lose a big load, all so that they can have me take a dirty drag a dirty trailer out of here. When they should have had that done ahead of time. You know, if your policy is going to be that bobtails can leave, and my appointment is really anytime between 11 p.m. last night and 5 o'clock this morning, I've got that window. Actually, it was 5 p.m. last night and 5 o'clock this morning. So I had a 12-hour window. If you know that I can show up anytime in that 12 hours and you don't have a trailer empty and loaded, then what about my part of the agreement? Like, you're talking about your part of the agreement with Prime. What about my part of the agreement? My part of the agreement is that I get here in that 12-hour window, I leave you a loaded trailer, and I leave with an empty trailer. My part of it was not that I come sit here for free for hours waiting on you to do your job. But it doesn't matter. There's no consequences. There's I pay the price. Nobody else pays the price. Prime doesn't pay the price. The customer doesn't pay the price. I pay the price. I'm the only one. I'm the only party. And the fun thing is, I'm the party that did everything right. I'm the guy who ran efficiently, who got here early, who ran safely, who did everything I agreed to do. And I'm the one who pays the price. So let that be a warning for you to heed, not to keep you from coming into this industry, because again, there can be good money in it for you. But to help you understand it, you better get your head geared right, because you're going to deal with this shit. And it's not the first time over the last few weeks. It's just that I'm at the point of, like, you know, prepping to go home, get some things taken care of. And when I get within that, you know, 10-day window of working my way home, this stuff really starts to eat at me. It happens right when I leave home too, but then I'm just kind of like, well, that's trucking. But in this time right before I'm going home, it really starts to eat at me. But that's, you know, as so many others will say, that's trucking, that's reefer freight. And look, I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, those who say you just got to grow a pair and deal with it, man up and deal with it, that's the business you're in. I agree with you. I'm just saying that it doesn't make it any less fucked up that there are so many people in this industry that have complete and total disregard for truck drivers. No care whatsoever. None. They'll cost you money. They'll set you up in scenarios where you have to drive potentially unsafely, mess up your ability to be rested and sleep, throw all your plans into chaos, even though your plans are accurate, efficient, safe, and there's just not really any consequence. And, you know, in a society where everyone should be thinking about everyone else, the fact that they don't even consider maybe making some changes or doing something to accommodate helping the driver out and not putting the driver out the way so many of them do shows that there's just a lot of shitty people in this industry. A lot of really shitty people. Careless, shitty people. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. If anybody ever crosses this video that works at some of these customers, man, I hope this gives you something to think about, because if you want to know why a lot of truck drivers come into your shipping offices not in great moods, it's because we're being put through this shit out here. Now, I try to be in a friendly and good mood all the time, and only half the time do I get that back. I don't like the drivers go into shipping offices in really bad moods, but at the same time, it's like, man, some of you guys are... I get it. I understand it. Especially guys been driving for 15 or 20 years. Some of those guys come into a shipping or receiving office with a completely different aura about them. Like they've decades of abuse, and it's like they come in just expecting it. So anyway, I hope all you guys are having a better start to your week. Be safe, make good decisions, always drive to thrive. Talk to you soon.